Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 45, and today we have our first ever Champions League group stage game with Swansea as we face Juventus away in Italy, and also a game away at St Mary's as we take on Southampton in the Premier League. Before we play those games though, I'm going to show you how Swansea have been getting on off camera. So of course in the last episode you saw our 2-0 victory over Everton and then our 3-1 defeat to Zenit in the Champions League qualifier. We still sneaked into the group stages on the away goal ruling, but that was an embarrassing defeat, so we needed to respond and we did as well. I played 2 games off camera and we won them both. First beating Brighton away by 4-0 and then Stoke at home by 2-0, so 2 wins there and still a pretty decent start to the season despite that very embarrassing defeat there to Zenit. So in today's episode, going into our first ever Champions League group stage game, really excited for it, and of course we do indeed take on Juventus away from home as well. You may be wondering whether I made any more new signings to the Swansea side. The answer is no. I decided to save my money, got about £10 million left. I'll be honest, I did meet Leno's release clause and I was going to buy him on deadline day and also sell Timo Horn to Wolfsburg, I think it was, yeah, for about £7 million, but in the end I decided against it because Leno wanted like £130,000 a week, and of course that's, like we can afford it now because we're becoming a bigger club, but I thought to myself, I don't know, I really like Timo Horn, guys, okay, I really do, he's such a good goalkeeper when he wants to be, and I really wanted to succeed here despite the fact he's so error prone, so we're keeping faith with Timo Horn. He'll be staying with us for the time being, and I'll probably regret it when he makes an absolute howler in all of our big games this season, but I really want him to succeed here, I really do, but still, as we go into the first game of today's episode, then we do indeed take on Juventus. We are away from home, and it is our first ever Champions League group stage game. I must say, I don't really fancy my chances for it, despite our pretty impressive start to this season, because Juventus, I would say, are the strongest side in this group for sure, and of course, being away from home as well, I don't really think we'll get much from this game, but hopefully we will regardless. Although one thing to show you, Pep is currently injured right now, bruised his head in the last game, I think it was, and is out for the first game today, and he might return for the second game against Southampton, not entirely sure, and also Redmond had a slight injury as well on Wales duty, but he's fit enough to play today, so we won't worry too much about that. So this is the team for the game then. We're sticking with the 4-4-2 you guys know all about. Timo Horn starts in goal, back four of George, Rakik, Marlon and Callum Chambers. In midfield we have Sisto on the left, Bentancur on the right, and in the middle Sam, Redmond and Sigurdsson, and up top together Barbosa and Esposito. On the bench we have Adrian, Vezo, Hugo Mayo, Pereira, Mahrez, Lingard and Callum Wilson as well. So here we go then, first game of the episode, Juventus away. Really excited for it, but very nervous. Come on Swansea, let's pull off a massive result on the first game of our Champions League group stage. So I would definitely take a point from tonight's game, but I'll tell you what, man, if we can get a win from this game, away in Italy against Juventus, the strongest team in the group, that would be amazing. But the first highlight does come to the Italians as they go down this right-hand side, and Paul Pogba is on the ball, crosses towards Dybala, and already the home side have the lead. Paulo Dybala opens the scoring, and we knew this group was going to be tough, but 10 minutes in, we have already fallen behind. We are going to struggle to get out of this group, there is no doubt about that. Paul Pogba receives the ball, takes it around his man and crosses. Dybala is there and puts the ball into the back of the net. 1-0 to the home side already. This could be a very long evening here in Italy. And the second highlight comes to Juventus again here, 12 minutes before the break, as Dybala, the goal scorer, goes down this left-hand side, takes it round Marlon and finds Paul Pogba. Those two linked up for the first goal. Now Danilo through towards Dybala, good little first touch there, and Callum Chambers brings down the goal scorer, and he has a chance to double his goal tally and make it 2 for Juventus 10 minutes before half-time. Paulo Dybala to take it. Horn's only saved 1 penalty ever since we bought him to Swansea, so I doubt he's going to pull off the heroics here and keep us in the game. Swansea are 2 goals down in their first ever Champions League group stage game, and I think it's safe to say we're getting no points from this one. Chambers, one of our new signings, takes down Dybala. He stands up to take the penalty and converts it himself. 2-0 to Juventus. This could be a long night. And another highlight for them here, Pereira crossing in the corner. Bentancur deals with it, but it'll come back towards the number 37. Now Dybala on a hat-trick, a long way away from goal, so gives it back towards Pereira. Now Montoya goes for goal. Oh my word. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. I mean, Leno, I would have given him £260,000 a week. Seriously, I should have done. I can't believe this, man. I really want Timo Horn to succeed. But it's not going to happen, is it? What has happened to the guy? What has happened to the guy? Season 1, fine. Season 2, fine. Ever since then, it's all gone wrong. I just can't believe it. And they're attacking again here down this right flank with Montoya finding Danilo into Paul Pogba now towards Pereira. Crossfields it out wide towards Zimmer. Down this left-hand side. Takes it around Callum Chambers. Still Zimmer on the ball. Fires it wide at the post. Oh, this is an absolute nightmare. It was deadline day, there was like 2 hours on the clock, and I had the bid accepted from Leverkusen for Leno, and all I had to do was just say, do you know what, it's a lot of money, but I'll give you that contract because you're going to be a far better goalkeeper than Timo Horn. And we've given away another penalty, our second of the game. Sigurdsson takes down his man, and Paulo Dybala has his chance at a hat-trick, which will make it 4-0 to Juventus. You know, we are making such great strides with the Swansea side to get them into the Champions League for the first time in their history, win them their first ever FA Cup, Community Shield, continue to progress and make them a far stronger side than they've ever been. But this game here, this result here, shows that we have still got an awful long way to go. Paulo Dybala gets his hat-trick, 2 from the spot. Once again, Horn goes the right way, but doesn't want to touch the ball. It is 4-4 Juventus. Awful game in Italy and a night to forget. I didn't really feel like we had to go defensive for this game because I just trusted this team. I really did. But unfortunately, Juventus have been the stronger side. No denying that. And this could be 5 here. Halilovic on the ball here. Down the right hand side. Crosses Dybala. Gets his 4th goal of the game. Paulo Dybala is going to give Timo Horn nightmares for years. It's 5-0 to Juventus as Halilovic goes down this right hand side, crosses to the centre. There is Dybala. I wanted to tighten up this year defensively, and this has been an absolutely awful game. 5-0 to the home side. We're all over the shop. So we are just waiting for the referee to blow his full-time whistle any second now, and there it is. Final score here in Italy, Juventus 5, Swansea 0. My word, what an awful game. And aggressively, I'm going to tell them I'm not happy with that result. We've motivated the majority of them. Rakik, one of our new big signings, needs to get motivated too. There we go. Just an awful game, and literally no positives to take whatsoever. We had literally no highlights at all, and defensively we simply could not cope. And don't get me wrong, Juventus' team is absolutely fantastic and without question far superior to ours, but we didn't do anything in that game. We were just awful. 5-0 the final score. The fans are devastated. I'm devastated. Awful game, and it's safe to say I don't think we're going to get out of this group. I really don't. And so as we come into the second game of today's episode, then we do indeed take on Southampton away from home on the back of that humiliating 5-0 defeat. I should point out as well, we've actually started really well in the Premier League. Right now, top of the table and the only side with 4 wins from 4. Also haven't conceded a goal yet, but with Timo Horn in goal and us being on camera, I'm pretty sure we'll concede at least 1 in today's game. But still, this is the team for the game then. Timo Horn starts in goal, back four of George, Rakik, Marlon and Hugo Mayo. In midfield, Sisto on the left, Mahrez on the right, and in the middle, Sam Redmond and Gylfi Sigurdsson. Up top together, Barbosa and Esposito, and on the bench, Adrian, Vezo, Chambers, Pereira, Benteke, Lingard, and Wilson. So only 2 changes then to the first 11, despite that embarrassing defeat. They both come down the right-hand side, with Mahrez and Mayo coming in for Benteke and Callum Chambers. Can we respond with a win in this game? We need to, really. Come on, Swansea, let's put that game behind us and get a big 3 points here. Well, my hope was that game will be just a blip, but I really don't feel confident coming into this game. And the first highlight does come to Southampton as well. And we've given away another penalty just 7 minutes in. Karim Rakik has given it away. And there's a chance if Southampton to take a very early lead. And a good opportunity for them to go 1-0 up already. Horn couldn't save the last 2 in that game against Juventus. Can he deny Rodriguez? No. It's blasted down the middle. And Jay Rodriguez gives Southampton a very early lead. What's going on? Timo Horn once again trying to put off the attacker, does no good as he blasts it down the middle. It is 1-0 here at St Mary's, an absolutely catastrophic start to follow on from what was a catastrophic defeat. Terrible beginning. Come on, let's sort this out. Going to change the tactics slightly and go to an attacking style of play if the game will let me, and also try and higher the tempo as well, and also mix the passing up a little bit. Just an awful beginning to this game. We've got to sort this out. We can't have back-to-back defeats. Come on. Right, half-time team talk is certainly going to tell them I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half. Most players seem motivated, which is good. Just a very, very poor first half, really. Nothing really to report in terms of highlights. Once again, just like the Juventus game, we've got to start creating stuff. So at half-time, I'm going to make some changes. We changed the tactics a little bit. Whoops, wrong one. We changed the tactics a little bit. What I'm going to do, though, is go to a 4-4-2 diamond wide, drop Redmond back to play as our anchor man, and try and get Sigurdsson involved more. Because I said before, he doesn't really do much in this central midfield role. When pushed further forward, that's when he's more effective. Esposito's done nothing once again, but I don't want to take him off. Do you know what? We won't change the personnel at half-time. We'll just change the tactics. Come on, Swansea, for God's sake, we've got to sort this out. I do not want to have back-to-back games where we have defeat and also don't score as well. Come on. And here could be a highlight here in the second half. 10 minutes after the restart, Siggy finds Esposito through towards Barbosa. Get in! Gabriel Barbosa puts us back on level terms. And the Brazilian makes it 1-1. The Italian stallion rolls the ball through. And Barbosa, with the finish, gives us our equalising goal. Great ball by Esposito. Barbosa clips it in off the inside of the post as Forster is beaten. It's 1-1. Come on, let's turn this game on its head and get ourselves in front for the first time. But a highlight directly after kickoff always makes me a little bit worried as Serge Gnabry gets on the ball and takes it around Redmond, but Rakik deals with it. And now, possible chance on the break. Come on, Sisto through towards Sam Redmond. Nods it on towards our goal scorer Barbosa. Sigurdsson, Esposito, surely get in! Swansea are back in, not back in front, they're in front for the first time in the game. And it's Southampton 1, Swansea 2. And we've turned the game on its head. And I feel like those changes have worked as well. Redmond towards Barbosa, through to Sigurdsson. Great through ball towards Esposito. And it's a cool finish as well by the Italian stallion. 2-1 to the away side, and the Welsh club successfully turned the game on its head. And there's another highlight directly from kickoff. And once again, Southampton give the ball away. Sigurdsson wins it through towards Barbosa, who scored our first goal. He could be through again here. And Maguire took him down from behind, but clearly it was a clean challenge. And Southampton get the danger away. A brilliant way to respond, but there could be a highlight for Southampton now as Gnabry gets on the ball. Redmond is jockeying, doesn't want to let the German go. He finds Jay Rodriguez now, down the left-hand side, through towards Ward-Prowse. Out wide is the number 7. George comes across, but the cross comes in. I mean, defensively, tightening up. Rakik, £22 million. What's going on? The cross comes into the centre from the number 7, and Rakik and Marlon seem to get in each other's way. Horn gets beaten by the deflection. I mean, I don't know what to say. I really don't. He's given away a penalty and scored an own goal. And there's another highlight to Southampton here as George tackles Gnabry. Come on, Morris through towards Barbosa. Takes it round Maguire. Well done, Gabriel Barbosa. Keep on going. Get in. We're back in front. Southampton 2, Swansea 3. What a beginning to this second half. A brilliant ball forward by Mahrez, and Barbosa beats Harry Maguire. Keeps on running. What a first touch that was. And puts the ball in at the near post. It is 3-2 to Swansea. We're back in front once again. Let's not throw this away. Come on. And there is another highlight here as I was making some changes. Esposito through towards Barbosa, and it is 4-2, and that could secure the point. I was making some changes there, and there was a highlight going on in the background. I just caught the end of it for you. Esposito was sent down the right-hand side, not sure who from. Took out a Southampton player who came across and then crossed it in towards Barbosa, who gets his hat-trick for the game. Well done. It is 4-2 to Swansea. What a response in the second half. Sorely needed. Fantastic way to respond after that first 45 minutes, and we now lead by 2. And I do apologise for only catching the end of that highlight there, but I never like to pause the game whilst I'm making changes. Not because I feel like I'm cheating or anything, I just don't like doing it. I really like to keep on making them as the game goes on. But anyway, it is 4-2 to Swansea, and it looks as though a 100% record in the league is going to continue. We made hard work of it, especially after a very poor first half showing, but what a response in the second half. The changes in terms of the tactics definitely worked in my opinion, and I feel slightly better about myself. I really do. After a humiliating defeat away against Juventus, I was fearing the worst. When we went a goal down, I was really fearing the worst, but I feel as though I'm getting better at this game now. I really do. Good to make those changes and see them work as well, and a good way to respond after falling a goal down early on in this game. So the final score will be Southampton 2, Swansea 4 when the referee blows for full time. There it is, and we do remain 100% to start our season off. So I'm going to say what Sean O'Driscoll says here as well, and tell them they came back well and they deserve a lot of credit for their second half performance. They did play well in that second half, and I feel as though he certainly did deserve the 3 points. And Siggy, what a response as well. Terrible first half, but I've said it so many times and I'll say it again. There is no point of playing him in the central midfield role. Unless he's pushed up, he won't have a good game. That's when he plays well in the attacking midfield role. Otherwise, he's useless. But still, 4-2 the final score. Great to keep our 100% start going. We are 4 points clear of Leicester to start the Premier League season off. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but, you know, maybe we should just forget about the Champions League this year, even just one game into the group stage, and focus all our attention on the Premier League, because, you know, it's an awful long way to go, but after 5 wins from 5, there's definitely belief that we could at least qualify for the Champions League again and finish in the top 3, and maybe, if we do keep on playing well in the league, we could possibly challenge for the title this year. Could be a bit of an unrealistic expectation, that one, but it's been a good start in the league, and long may it continue. And that will end today's episode in my Football Manager series as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I shall return with the first 2 games in a 7-game run where we face Porto away, Manchester United away, Spurs at home, Porto at home, Chelsea away, Liverpool at home, and then Juventus at home as well. 7 games which are going to be really, really tough. And you'll see the first 2 away against Porto and Manchester United in the next episode. So thank you for watching the episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please leave a like. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a fantastic evening tonight, and I'll see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon.